prices are absolutely insane right now, and we need to talk about it.
Here's what my husband and I are eating this week on our grocery budget of $80 a week. This is for breakfast, lunch, and dinners. We always cook dinners and then eat the leftovers for lunches, and then I prep some breakfast items. I got bananas just to have on hand. I got ginger for a soup I'm making. Same with the jalapenos. Strawberries, we're going to do strawberries and cream overnight oats, and then I'll just eat the rest in yogurt one day. Green beans, cucumber for chicken shawarma bowls, green onion and parsley. I'm actually making wishbone chicken's swamp soup with some chicken breast one night. So that's what a lot of these herbs are for. Half the bag of spinach will go to that as well. And then the other half will go to gnocchi Alfredo with spinach. Spaghetti squash, we're going to do Whole30 spaghetti squash garlic noodles one night. I saw the recipe on Pinterest and that sounds really good. I re-upped on 10 pounds of potatoes and I'm going to make gnocchi with it. I'm going to make sheet pan latkes for our savory breakfast meal prep. We'll also roast some with our Moroccan meatballs one night, and then I'll have plenty of leftovers for the next week. Mandarin oranges were on sale, so I bought a 3-pound bag, and then I'll also marinate pork in some of the juice from a couple of those, a bag of onions because I was out. These are for our fajitas one night. I'm making fudgy brownies, so I bought a dark chocolate bar, black beans for the fajitas as well. I needed more avocado oil, so I picked up some for $6 at Aldi. This applesauce is to pair with the sheet pan latkes, and then the creamy Alfredo sauce again is for the gnocchi that I'm making with the spinach and potatoes. And then half a gallon of milk, yogurt for marinating the chicken in, and then just having on hand for a quick little breakfast snack. More butter because I needed it. Ground beef for the meatballs. Skirt steak, I actually wanted to get a cheaper cut of meat, so I could have done this for a little bit cheaper, but we're going to do skirt steak for the fajitas. We're going to slice it thin and grill it. I got 2 pounds of country style pork ribs for a mojo pork that I'm going to serve over rice. I'm going to marinate it with some spices and again, that mandarin orange juice. And then I'll either slow roast it in the oven or braise it. I haven't really decided yet. A family style pack of chicken breasts. I'm going to use 1 or 2 of these to make Wishbone Kitchen's herby swamp soup. And then we'll use the other half to make chicken shawarma bowls. These are both excellent as leftovers. I like the shawarma bowls cold as leftovers for lunch. And then the soup is super easy to just reheat at work. And then eggs, partially because I'm making brownies. I'm going to need 1 for the meatball. And it's just always nice to have a couple eggs on hand in case we don't like any of the other breakfast stuff we prepped. This all cost me $83.
I actually like the stuff that she got. This actually looks like a reasonable amount of things and a reasonable cost for 2 people. And the people in the comments are actually agreeing with her and saying groceries are not expensive because people don't know where to shop or people are just buying snacks. We have someone says that I'm so tired of people complaining about produce being too expensive and then blowing half their budget on boxes of snacks, which is true. A lot of people buy a lot of snacks, a lot of like pre-cooked, pre-made items. And in this lady's example, she actually bought ingredients to make everything from scratch. It's also 2 people. So I think that's a reasonable haul. But I think it also depends on where you are and what store you go to. Because I'm pretty sure that if someone else bought that same haul of things, it could cost more just because they live in a different city or in a different town. So I really think it depends, but I also agree that people don't really know how to shop or people don't really know what to buy, and that people are buying way too much snacks and like packaged juices, and that can run your grocery bill up really fast.
I just looked up the price of a chicken. Bro. I thought egg prices were supposed to be getting lower, not higher. I went to the grocery store yesterday just to get some cereal, some milk, you know what I'm saying? Some slight. And I'm in Walmart. So keep in mind the price is supposed to be low. Y'all want to know how much 6 eggs cost? 6. Great value standard eggs. Some cheap, the cheapest eggs. 6. $4. That's almost 70 cents per egg. Go up $2, that's $1 per egg. It says the price of a chicken can vary, but it usually costs $3 to $5 per chick. 3 to 5. I'm gonna go buy a chicken. I'm not buying eggs. I'm about to buy a chicken. I'm about to buy a chicken. I literally, so while I was there getting the, looking, I wasn't even going to get the eggs. I was just like, oh, let me go get some eggs just cause I'm here already. It was a lady right there, right? And she was like, damn, like she seen the price of the egg. I'm like, yeah, girl, it's getting crazy. Thank your president. Thank your president. And she was like, I don't even eat eggs. I'm just doing this for, yeah. There's some content right here. This show is some content. Girl, I said, go ahead and make that content, boo, because you're going to need that money. Even if you ate eggs, you wasn't going to be able to afford it.
$4 for 6 eggs is crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
$139.80 from Walmart. I don't know if it's because it's election year or what, but it's getting more and more scarce because we didn't get nothing for that amount of money. October 2024. These are groceries that will last a week and a half to 2 weeks for my family of four. It should not cost this much to feed us.
You know who I never really see making these garbage ass videos complaining about the grocery prices and, not being able to feed their family? People of color. I don't see Hispanic people like that. And I really ever don't see black people complaining like that. And I wonder why that is. Probably because number one, we actually cook. Number two, we actually know how to stretch our money when it comes to food. And both of those videos, you don't see barely no produce. You don't see barely no meat. You don't see no rice, no beans. It's all quick fix, convenient food and snacks. And they talking about that's supposed to feed their families. That's not what there's no food on the bill. Y'all just don't know how to grocery shop and you don't know how to cook. And for the first time, a lot of these pale people are starting to feel the effects. They can't just go in the store and just grab shit. They actually got to look for stuff now. They actually got to go and wait for sales and things. But let's go down the list of both of those videos of the shit they bought and why they're spending so much money. And you ain't getting no food. First off, look at all them goddamn condiments. That big ass thing of ranch is like almost $8 now. You know what I'm saying? You got them 4 little baby rolls of ground beef instead of going to get an actual big roll from Aldi. Look at them 2 big ass cases of Mellow Yellow. That's $40 right there. Soda high as hell now if you ain't catching it on no sale, because that's the only time I'm gonna buy some soda and some juice. Again, nothing but quick fix, convenient shit. You can get a whole 5-pound bag of potatoes for probably what she paid for that one little quick fix bag. Look at bunch of snacks, bunch of bullshit. I don't even know why her ass got them protein chips. I know she ain't in the gym. That bag alone is almost $10 for them protein chips, and you only get a couple of them in there. Again, more quick fix, convenient bullshit. Them bags of air fried chicken tenders, they're almost like $8, $9 now. Them bags of fries, that's like $6. That bag of taquitos, that box of taquitos, that's like $6 or $7 now. You can make your own taquitos, lady. Them lean cuisines are like $4 a piece. And then them those are expensive. Them almost $20. You can't wash your own dishes. Where your dish soap at? Again, everything they got is convenience. Let's go to the next lady. Them Jimmy Dean bowls alone are like $4 a piece unless you catch them on a sale. Pack of bacon is almost what, $8, $9, maybe $10 because that's the good thick cut bacon. Again, nothing but snacks up there. Big ass box of Nutter Butter. Why are you buying the individual quick cups of mac and cheese when you can literally just buy if you want a quick fix, get the boxes. They're cheaper. Little cans, these little heat up cups of ravioli when you can just buy the pack that come with the big cans. Again, y'all don't know how to grocery shop. She got 6 goddamn cans of Pringles. Like, you're not feeding a family. Y'all aren't eating no food. She got some cereal, some goddamn crackers, and look at the toothpaste. That toothpaste is expensive. That's like $8, $9 toothpaste. You know what I'm saying? Go get the regular toothpaste. You only need regular Crest. That's all you need. You can get a 3-pack of Crest for the same price you pay for that one thing of toothpaste. Again, y'all don't know how to shop, and you damn sure don't know how to cook. Ain't see not one bag of potatoes, no produce, no type of beans, no rice. No, the most expensive. Y'all don't be in the type of shape that y'all supposed to be in to be complaining about. Y'all don't miss no meals. But that's what happens when you eat a bunch of bullshit. Convenience is expensive. Backs big as hell, but then y'all complaining about the price of food. Has food gone up? Yes, but most of what's gone up is the quick fix, convenient snacks and bullshit that we like to enjoy. You don't need the shit anyway.
I wouldn't go as far as to say that this is a race thing, but I definitely think it might be a cultural thing because he is right. A lot of these big grocery hauls where people are complaining about the price, and I've seen a couple, They are snacks. They are packaged foods. They are like single serving cups of foods. They are the little individual snack packs. And so I do agree and I get his point and I'm going to stand with him on his point. If you grocery shop and you're buying snacks and quick fixes, that's a different kind of pricing than if you're buying ingredients that might be better for you, they're going to last longer, and you can use those ingredients to make multiple things. Because you can use a pack of chicken to make so many different types of chicken. But if you buy a quick fix that's already pre made, that's what you get. And so I do think with this whole controversy, this whole issue about grocery prices, yes, there are people who don't know how to shop. And yes, there are people who are buying bougie items. There are people who are buying quick fix items, but people are also not buying enough whole foods versus processed. And again, it really does depend on where you live, what's available to you, your income, and all of that. But I think we can do better to improve on our grocery shopping by thinking about the items that we're actually buying. Are they processed foods or are they real foods? Because that's what I'm going to call it, because that's what they are. Real foods versus processed foods.
This is what $115.
Hey, so I'm not going to judge what you got because you said you're trying to unlearn buying processed foods, but let's consider your selections, like the ice cream. Those two big things of ice cream are what, $10 a piece? That's $20 in ice cream. That's a fifth of your budget in ice cream. Get the smaller containers of ice cream. You don't need a big old cereal bowl of ice cream every single night. Cut down the amount of ice cream you're eating. You can still have ice cream, but get the smaller, the cardboard boxes. Get those smaller ones. They're like $3. And then for the breakfast sandwiches, you can make those. You can get the Jimmy Dean sausage if you want to. You can get biscuits and cheese. Eggs are a little bit expensive now, but you can scratch out eggs and make the sandwiches. And for the price of those 2 boxes, you could probably make triple the amount of sandwiches. And then the cereals and all of that. Like, what do you have against name brands? I mean, what do you have against generics? Like, get generic items like for your snacks and stuff. Generic snacks be jumping. Sometimes generic cereal. And if you got an Asian market near you, go there and get your ramen. It's way cheaper and you get way more. You can still keep the same items. Just, find cheaper ways to do it. Because, like, those little powdered donuts and everything. Have you ever made a homemade donut out of a biscuit? All you got to do is get canned biscuits and fry them with powdered sugar. Them are so good and so cheap to make. Or like make muffins. You can get like muffin mix and make muffins for grab and goes for your kids. Just little small things. You don't have to like give up all your favorites. Just find ways to make them affordable. Do you have Publix near you? Publix has really good BOGOs on like snacks and name brands and cereals, and you can get coupons for cereal. All of that. Like I said, I'm not going to judge what you made, but let's try to be more physically responsible in the amount that we're spending and find ways to cut down. Hope this helps.
This is what $42 gets you at an American grocery store. I have lived in the US for about a week now. I just went to the grocery store to stock up on some stuff for my daughter, and I am shook by the pricing. I had heard inflation was really bad, but this was my first time seeing it for myself. So I'm going to go over what I got, and I spent $41.60. So I just rounded up to $42. Starting off strong, I got some sparkling waters to try, some organic cucumbers, red lentil pasta, baby bell cheese, one yellow squash, one bell pepper, strawberries, green grapes. These grapes alone were over $7, which was just like mind-boggling to me. Sweet potato, pureed prunes, some apple juice. And that was it.
Wow.
I just need to rant for a moment because I was just at the grocery store and my total came to $220 for 2 bags of groceries. I didn't do any excessive shopping. I wasn't going crazy. I tend to buy store brands. $220 for a single person. In what world should 2 bags of groceries cost $220? That is more than half of my grocery budget for the month. We're doomed. I don't know how people with families manage. I don't know how single parents manage. This is absolutely insane. $220. And I'm not even talking about at Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or a specialty store. I'm talking about at Safeway, your friendly neighborhood Safeway. And this is after they apply the Safeway Club discount, which all of those are scams anyway, and I can talk about that another time, but absolutely crazy. I stood by the entrance with my phone calculator and that receipt and added up every single thing twice just to make sure. And the total was correct, $220. And what makes it even worse is that shopping in stores is so gross now. I've talked about this in other videos. You know, if you can find what you need, there's only one or two of the items left. The cans are dented, the bottles are dented, tops aren't screwed on properly. There's a mess in the aisle. Someone's going crazy behind you. Like, it's bad. It's bad. And again, I know why they do this. They're making it inconvenient on purpose, so we'll shop online. But grocery shopping has always been something I enjoyed. I'm not a retail shopping person. I don't like to go to the mall. I don't like to shop for clothes or shoes in person. Those things actually give me anxiety, but grocery stores and shopping for food has always been really therapeutic to me. Right? I think there's really something to be said for taking the time to select what you're putting in your own body. And I know that I have had the luxury of being able to do that, right? That luxury of time and income. But this is crazy. Like, I don't know what we're going to do.
Every time I go to the supermarket now, I have to really think about every single item that I'm taking up because I can spend so much money and feel like, okay, that amount of money is supposed to give me so much food. And then when it's all said and done, I have like 2 bags of groceries and they're only gonna last like a week and a half until I have to go back. But it's like no matter how much you try to say, okay, I'm gonna go shopping and it's gonna last me for the whole month, within a week and a half, you're at the supermarket again because you might need some odd thing or something ran out, or you realize that what you bought really is not going to serve you as long as you thought it was going to serve you. And that is such a pain. And this is something that I'm actually trying to do. I'm trying to see what I can do to reduce my grocery bill because it is it's actually crazy. And it's three of us. It's me and my husband and my daughter. So I'm just here thinking, what is the world coming to? How are people with larger families feeding their families? Because like the average income isn't that much to feed like a family of five. Like, what about those people who have like 3 kids and that's like a house full of 5 people and kids eat a lot and how? Just how? Because prices are continuing to increase. I have rarely ever seen where prices decrease overall. And I can go to the supermarket and I can get with the same amount of money, I can get more items. Prices have never dropped that much to where I can see it and I can feel it and I can look into the cupboard in the kitchen and I can say, yes, prices have dropped and I'm now able to get more value for my money. It's never happened. And I actually don't think it's ever going to happen. I think we need to prepare ourselves for the darkest times in history. And I'm not even joking.
I don't want to trigger anyone by talking about this, but like, how much money are we spending on groceries a month? I just went over our budget for last month, and our family of four spent $1,200 on groceries. And like, yes, that does include like household items like toilet paper, paper towels, like household items. But $1,200. We're not eating all organic. We're not eating like anything out of the ordinary. We're just like a normal American diet. Like what? Like when did this happen?
Yeah, and I say this all the time, and I just wanted to add, I'm not eating bougie stuff. Okay, I'm just eating regular food. There's nothing fancy, none of that fermented stuff and all of the bougie ingredients. The most bougie thing that I bought recently was Greek yogurt. And Greek yogurt isn't even bougie, okay? And the grocery bill was just I was just looking at it like we cannot continue like this. So I'm definitely, as I'm sitting here thinking about a plan to reduce my grocery bill because the amount of money I spend on food per month, it's unreasonable.
Have y'all seen the trend where people are posting their past grocery orders from a couple years ago and comparing it to now and looking at the inflation rate? This shit is crazy. Read this shit. My husband and I were talking last night about how a 12-pack of drinks is now $9 and how in 2020 I used to buy them 4 for $10. I decided to go back into my Walmart app and see what I was paying for a random grocery order. In January of 2020, I paid $70.20 for 30 items. I added all of them into the cart again and repurchased them today. Today, those 30 items were $165.42. That's a $95.22 price increase in 4 years' time. That's a 135.6% inflation percentage. We can't go on living like this. I can't be the only one who feels this way. You know what? No, you're not the only one. Matter of fact, I ordered some shit from Walmart the other day and spent $100. Let me show you what I got. Now, I probably should have laid everything out so y'all could see it, but as you can see, it's really not that much. All that shit cost me $113 at Walmart, of all places.
Okay, so I just went to Walmart. I'm going to show you what $98 bought me today. This is insane. 112 dozen eggs, wipes, only one deal of paper towels because, we're trying to stretch the budget, 1 gallon of milk because even buying a gallon was cheaper than Walmart's 2 half gallons of their generic milk. I splurged on some gummy bears. The child wanted some cookies. These are $4. These are almost $7. Gum is $8. I bought 2 of these, which are almost $4 a piece. I buy frozen vegetables so that they last longer. It's not really out of convenience. It's out of the fact that they last longer. Pizza rolls. The one item of meat we bought, hot dogs. That's it. That's all I had to buy this week. Paper plates. Yes, a Valentine's card and bag. And tissue paper because we were out. And like I said, a case of water. $98. This is insane. How are we all going to continue like this? Because I don't know about you, but it's starting to really hurt my checking account.
Yeah, and with a grocery haul like that, she is likely going to have to run back to the store. In like a week, she's gonna have to go back and spend another 100 or more on actual food because that was just some snacks and frozen veggies. Because the card doesn't count, the milk doesn't really count because what are you gonna do with milk as like a meal? And I'm sure she already has food in the house and this is just a top up, but in a week she's gonna have to go back and she's gonna have to spend about the same amount of money to top up on whatever else is gonna run out during this week that she's gonna use those stuff. I mean, y'all, we have to start thinking about other means of income and we have to start thinking about ways to cut down our current costs. I think we need both of those things. I think we need to increase our income while also decreasing how much we're spending, and that's the only way we're going to survive. And I didn't even say thrive. I didn't even say that's how we're gonna thrive. That's how we're going to survive at minimum. Because not everyone can increase their income and not everyone can reduce their spending in any significant way, at least. And absolutely not everyone can do both. But if you can do one or the other, you should be doing one or the other or both. Best to do both. Wow is all that I have to say. But really, when it really comes down to it, I really want us to take more responsibility for the things that we're buying before we start complaining about the cost. Like that one lady where all she bought was ingredients, where she was going to make every meal from scratch and the leftover dinners were going to be her lunches for the next day. That I think is a good strategy. And I know that it's not convenient and it's going to take up more time, but you buying ingredients and prepping your food and making your food from scratch and using your leftover as lunch and trying to buy generic brands and trying to cut down on the quick fixes that you're making, you can save money and you can really put that extra money into something else. You can put that extra money into paying off your debt. You can put that extra money into savings, into investments, whatever it is, it adds up over time. Even if you saved $50 each month by cutting back or by changing around the ingredients that you're buying, $50 each month can go towards your gas bill. It can go towards something that will be of some form of long term value to you and to your finances. So I agree that prices are out of this world right now, but I also think that we should try to shop more reasonably and think more logically about what we're eating, not just from a financial standpoint, but also from a health standpoint as well. Share your thoughts on this video in the comment section below. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.